gentle friends, one and all. My name is Peter Counterfeit Hartnell, here to bring you our Blue August Cup #1. The most august, the most imperial of all iOS Modern Combat 5 broadcasts. So, what have we got on the table for today? Let's take a look. Wink. So we will be jumping into our first match shortly, but before we do, let's see what we've got on the table. Okay. Right, so as our #1 seed, we have ENZ Esports, who will be going up against Score Gaming, fresh off their win in the Android tournament. So that should be a pretty tough game one. My God is versus Frankenstein, August 2018. D-trix versus QXS Gaming, our feature match for the moment. Zixin #1 versus YSP Nation. Severe versus Zen Forever. Oh my God versus LED. FSB versus Jokers. And Team Sight versus the Coveted Records. So, let's jump back and look at who we're going to be going into game with first of all. So, D-trix versus QXS Gaming. We'll jump into pre-game lobby with these guys. Oops, we need to update that. Let me get that fixed all up. Wow, that's a player with an inappropriate name. But anyway, so for any of you guys who are just tuning in for the very first time, these are tournaments played in Modern Combat 5, a mobile video game, which hopefully you are familiar with. I will be shortly jumping into our first round of competition. The teams will fight against one another to try and make it up to the very top of the bracket and to that €100 prize, which is on the line, as well as seeding for our monthly tournaments. So the better you do in these tournaments, the better chance you've got of making those big bucks. Let me just fix that. And let's get things underway with our very first game of the day. So, we've got D-trix, I believe they're the ones from... Yes, D-trix from the USA versus QSX from Japan. First blood falls to the Japanese squad. Zantic, you want to see the Iraq team. Which team is that? Can you give me a team name? That'll make it a bit easier, because I've divided attention with the game itself. Let me just bang up the volume a little bit here, because I think that's a little too quiet. And make sure everything is... There we go. I think that's a bit more meaty when it comes to sound effects, possibly a little bit too meaty. Alright, we'll find a happy medium, but right now there's very little happiness to be found for the side of D-trix unless they can pick things up. Of course, the Bosk is going to be ever popular as always, even with the recent hotfix which came in, I believe. We're waiting to hear on the exact details of that. D-Pat, what are you doing here? QXS Gaming seem to have some familiar faces on there, so I think this might be a tougher match than the initial seeding suggested. So D-trix coming in, D-trix rather, coming in as a #5 seed. QXS coming in as our #12 out of the 16 teams we've got playing here tonight. But I suspect that this may be because for QXS, it may be because it's the new team, certainly with some of the names that we are seeing on our screens. It's always a good idea to watch the pros and learn from their moves. Yes, I could not agree more. That's how we all get better. Alright, 13-13, pretty even so far. Which isn't so bad considering how it started out. we'll see how things end up developing. So, we got, so T-Pat's probably going to be the most recognizable name through there. We'll see how the, how is it, so Acros is the one who's, I think, possibly just died. Let's see. There we go. So Acros on the side of D-trix is the one holding up for the most part the American team's performance. For QXS, it's going to be Paddy OP doing much the same. Hey, I think those guys have got very similar looking icons, if not the same. Apparently, it's good luck to be an alien grey with a beret. And it rhymes, so it must be true. So, seeming like Recon is the order of the day, though we are seeing some BSW kills coming through. I think the rush down part of the boss cannot be denied, especially when it comes to operating in packs. We're going to call these guys Raptor packs, because they seem to pounce and devour the opposition extremely quickly. Of course, with enough distance, and suddenly a sniper rifle becomes a lot more of an appealing prospect. But, like a lot of the maps on MC5, if you can just fight in the areas that favour your particular weapon, then you won't go too far wrong, especially if you're already in the lead. Couple more kills coming in. Japanese squad looking pretty strong still with 3 minutes left on the clock. You see here, Dre lurking underneath the gantry there, looking to try and see if they can pick up a couple of kills. Throws a drone up in the air. That little bit of extra intel might have been enough to be the difference maker. Acros comes in and revenges their fallen comrade. Picks up a lean on the backside of that one as well. And D-trix are almost keeping up, but it's still a tough prospect they face down right now. You can see here that we've got QXS members really lurking on the outside, managing to strip away the lives of any of the D-trix members who are foolish enough to show themselves. And I think, unfortunately for D-trix, they haven't figured out a way to deal with this overwhelming firepower that QXS have got outside of this particular part of the construction site. I'm not even sure what the right way to describe it really is, but QXS certainly know how to prescribe a dosage of pain. So things not looking so good for the US side. Acros, I believe the top scorer for the team, but also with a lot of deaths. So it's tough. Does at least keep D-trix competitive, but I can't think that's a smart idea to go Bosk against the Imp. Interesting that QXS have actually had multiple members drop out, which means that if D-trix can close the distance, they're in a very good position to overrun the QXS backline. D-Pat getting it tagged there, it's going to drop down, being forced onto the... No, in fact, I thought was going to get forced onto the pistol, but instead is more than happy to engage in a knife fight. And despite the numbers advantage, QXS doing a fantastic job of controlling the space, and they are in a very, very strong position here. D-trix don't seem to quite know how to approach this. Anytime they are, they're just giving over more kills instead. And I think this first game is going to go to QXS. There's just not enough members for D-trix to get those kills through, even if they were able to break through the line. It would take 3 complete wipes, and there just is not enough time left on that clock. Time and opportunity slipping away here for the American squad. They do pick up a couple of kills on the back end, but I think they needed to pull the trigger just a little bit faster. There just aren't 6 kills to be had, especially if QXS get any for themselves. So that's a comfortable game 1 for QXS. We will, of course, be starting our first giveaway of the day shortly, so please do stay tuned for that. Alright, so let me let Soldier Girl know, who is our admin for today, exactly what's going down. Just gonna restart my chat software so I can see what you guys are saying. So, we're gonna go to a small break, but before we do, let's get a break game set up for you guys to play while the break is going. So, you'll be able to see on the stream as soon as the game is set up. So let me do that. So let's make it a free-for-all on Vantage. ESL 1, 2, 3. Please do come and join in, and we'll let the game run while the break is ongoing. Eduardo? Besseril? Yeah, I think that's reasonable. How you doing over on the Facebook page? Let's throw out the global chat invites, as well as invite anybody who has had the opportunity to add me as a friend. This is what you get from me if you add me as a friend. Spammed with invites. Is there any greater thing in this world, or perhaps the next?
Temerity.
Temerity. Ooh. That means excessive confidence or boldness or audacity. Temerity.
Temerity.
Temerity. Huh. Do you have the temerity to come and join in this particular free-for-all? Yes. Pranav Roy, that was a very close match, though not towards the end, but up until that point I thought it was a pretty good opening match for us. Hey there, hey guys, so we'll see if we can find you an opponent to play against, and then we'll let you guys just play out. Let me get the pass key updated, because that's not correct. Right. Oh, thought we had another player. They left. Alright, let's keep it going. Right, so let's get that updated to indicate this is on iOS. So today's tournament will be iOS in every respect. Custom games and of course tournament games as well. Keep spamming out the invites and hopefully we can find someone from Mars Y to play with. Right, so this is going to stick in my head eventually. Contrasenia. The contrasenia for this game, or password, is ESL123. Okay, cool. We have got a couple of bodies. I think, yeah, there we go. Oh, hello. Right, that's enough to get started with. So I'll throw out one more invite in 10 seconds, and then we'll get going. 3, 2, 1. Bang! Alright, so I'll let you guys play while I'm taking a break. No, there will be no break for old counterfeit, we took too long to get started. So, we've got our next ESL match between D-trix and QXS Gaming coming up. We've got the passkey, so we'll have to leave you guys to finish off this community game off stream. And instead, we shall attend to matters of state. Is the state of this upcoming game is crucial for D-trix. If they do not manage to learn how to deal with the sniping line of QXS, they are going to be out of the tournament. So guys, it'll just be a second while we get into that lobby. But for now though, we'll be right back, and we'll catch you guys as soon as that lobby is up and ready. Alright guys, welcome back into our opening round of competition. Our second game between D-trix and QXS Gaming. Takes place on the streets. Any of you guys who might have any technical issues with the game, I'm afraid I can't help you with that myself. But if you go to the support page, that's support.gameloft.com, then they'll be able to help you out. In fact, I'll probably post that on the page. Yes, I'm afraid I'm not knowledgeable at all on anything to do with accounts or technical issues. So Gameloft support are the best guys to try with, support.gameloft.com. Right, so D-trix gonna be in need of a little bit of support themselves. Early signs looking promising for the American squad playing over on the blue, as they do pick up an early lead after that last exchange of gunfire. Acros goes down very low, I think might be about to run into a little bit more trouble than they were prepared for, yes. But still, for the time being, things keep on looking pretty reasonable. Oh, interesting. Sentinel is using a weapon I don't think I've seen in a very long time. The rocket launcher, I think yes, there we go. I think this got nerfed a while ago, and now it's not really that good anymore. But I think it's because the slack is just quite a lot better. But, I don't know, I mean, it's working for Sentinel so far. Why I say that? I think it's probably a little bit harder because even if the slack does less individual damage than a rocket shot, I think the fact you can fire multiple times makes it much easier to get that damage to stick. D-trix though, looking like a completely different squad from game 1 to game 2 now, with more than twice the score of QXS in these opening minutes. We'll have to try and figure out what it is they're doing differently. So I am aware that one of the players has a rude name as their name, so we won't be looking at them. Doing this to try and minimise the amount of time their name it spends on the stream. We're going to see if we can get that changed for future rounds, because it looks like D-trix might actually have a pretty good shot at, well, at least getting to a game 3, if nothing more than that. Certainly the first game was pretty close, but looked like QXS, you know, had the edge at the end. This time round it's not even seeming close. So, I don't know. Must have been some kind of talking to taking place between games that have changed the fortunes of the American squad. I'll have a quick look and see who their captain and things are. So for D-trix, the team owners are Acros and Ransom. So are these guys playing? Yeah, so Acros is playing, but I think it's going to be down to Hey Guys with their pretty crazy good performance. 6-0 so far, very high accuracy on the BSW as well. We're getting to the halfway mark. D-trix just popping themselves over the halfway mark score-wise means they're in a pretty good position to work from. Gonna try and spawn Camp QXS Gaming, which was working relatively well, able to put down enough bullets that D-trix really can't get too, can't really miss when it comes to all these kills. A little knife to meet ya. And 7 moves things indoors for the American squad. Will fall foul of Paddy though, who's got a decent record even with QXS not having the best time of things in the second game. Arcade, good to see you. And all the duck faces you might happen to enjoy as well. Let's check in with Dre with a... I think the boss has got a pretty good surface area for putting interesting stuff on. Jakeson, what's up? I'm doing well. What's up with you, Jakeson? 2 minutes 40 left to play. D-trix ahead by 15. Make that 16. As more kills come pouring in. This is... Well, I mean, the last game was very, very even for a long time, but apparently that first game lots really lit a fire under D-trix, and they might actually close it out. On score before the time even runs down. OP Nab switching to pistol. Gonna go back in again. Gonna go for the... I mean, this works relatively well. No, it didn't work in that case. The run past the opposition to allow you time to reload. As we see D-trix trying to fight up the squares, will run into a very, very angry D-pat. Actually downstairs, who has taken a lot of punishment in this game, will be able to pick up 1 kill, perhaps turn it into a second, actually ending up behind a member of D-trix somehow. And oh, that's interesting. That's not what we expected. So that's the problem, because 7 is using a banned weapon. But we'll have to talk to Soldier Girl about this. So it's worth noting that in this tournament, which perhaps D-trix weren't aware, the golden bosk is currently not allowed. Which I'm gonna have to go back through the stream and see if I can find where that's showing up. Let's see. I did see 7 getting a kill with that. It was a little bit earlier. There we go. So that's going to be some pretty bad news for D-trix, I'm afraid. So, well, I guess this is just going to have to serve as a object lesson for all of you guys. So, it's worth checking the rules for these tournaments every time you come into them, because even while you may have been a frequent flyer before, just like going on to an airplane, it's always worth listening to the safety announcements. In this case, unfortunately, D-trix did not. Perhaps, well, I suppose it's very easy to think that you don't know all the rules already, but unfortunately in this case, because of a problem with the golden bosk, it's had to be banned from ESL competition for this week. It will get fixed next week, but for right now, I'm afraid it is not permissible. So, we shall try and put such things out of our minds, and instead turn ourselves to a custom game for the break. So, we'll be going on to museum. Let me just grab in there now. Exxon, as to say, it's not up to me what happens there. It's entirely on our admins to enforce rules. I think it's unfortunately, it's not really for me to speak to admin decisions. I'll leave that entirely in the hands of Soldier Girl and the rest of the ESL staff. It has nothing to do with me. Merely, in this case, we happen to see it on stream. So, please do come and join for our little soiree here. passkey ESL 123. Contrasenia. Contrasenia ESL 123. Or if you're Portuguese, then I think it's just Senia. Let's see. Oh, I should probably learn it in Japanese. Let's see. So translate. Password into Japanese. I don't know if this would necessarily come out the right phrase. Oh, that's right. It's password. Password. ESL 123. So I guess that's close. I remember now from when I looked this up before. I guess it's close enough that if anyone would understand the ESL 123 part, they would probably also understand the password part. So, I don't know. Whew. Alright, Suka, welcome to the game. Let's see if we can find you a buddy to play against. So, global chat or the passkey, both will get you into this game. So we'll just wait on our next ESL match. I'm afraid I think it's likely that we won't be seeing D-trix again this particular tournament, which is a shame. Especially over something which is not one of the most obvious things. But we'll see. So it's not up to me in the slightest. But for now, let's just get this break game set up. Excuse me. There we go. And we'll see you guys on the other side. Alright guys, so welcome back once again. We have Score Gaming, our champions from the Android stream. They will be going up against Team Frankenstein. So this is Frankenstein August 2018, to give them their full name, but I probably won't, because it takes too long to say. Frankenstein from the USA, Score from Mexico. Score have been on a roll as of recently, started to really break through. After such a long time for Score, they finally managed to start winning tournaments, which has got a huge step up for them, considering that they've spent a long time kind of waiting for that to happen. Danny taking captainship of the Android team. Let's see, so who's the captain now? Gibbs. Okay. But yes, a big win over on Android. We'll see if Score Gaming can keep that consistency going, because right now, it's actually looking pretty good for the American Frankensteins. I quite like that name. I'm going to probably keep all of that just because it's fun to say. Score will need to do a little bit of catch-up work here, especially with Devon doing some fantastic ranged work. Let's see, so I'm sure this is super obvious, but Devon being a Destiny and Victory of Lords player, oh, there you go, gets around. Certainly punching pretty well in this game. Highest kill-death ratio right now, 4-1, pretty easy to calculate when those are just the numbers. Devon looking for maybe something other than that grenade being thrown their way. Evidently, the Frankenstein members being spotted out. But Frankenstein do manage to win out pretty heavily in that last trade, putting them a substantial amount in the lead. Frankenstein coming to this one as our number 8 seed, but certainly putting on a pretty impressive performance so far. Comatax does get one back for Score Gaming, but they are so far behind Gucci Gang and the rest of the young Frankensteins. Really making quite an impression here on our Android champions. It does feel like something where it's kind of getting to the point where it's getting it too far out of control. Assassin does at least pick up the first kill of the game, but it's pretty dicey. Whew. But yes, como estás a todos? How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a lovely evening, or I guess afternoon over in the Americas. And for anyone from any other parts of the world, do let me know. Always nice to hear where people are watching from. From where I'm standing, certainly though, Frankenstein are looking extremely strong. Let's see. So Fabian and Gomatax both putting on good performances. But oh, there's Fancy coming through. Of course, yes, you know Fancy from before. I'm trying to remember exactly where from. Looks like the Frankenstein team are... Fancy actually joined the team captain. I think this is... Oh, interesting. Doesn't actually have anyone else, any other team, so I guess this is just Fancy's team, or maybe they left the other ones, I don't know. But Sunny's been with Frankenstein for a little while. Score Gaming still pretty heavily behind. Yes, this has been a pretty good game so far. It looks like Danny struggling pretty hard in this game. So, of course, Scramble being that very sniper-centric map, perhaps doesn't favour Score's style. Certainly Zentic, one of their notable snipers from the Score lineup. A particular favourite map of Zentic's being the Vantage. Knows a lot of different places to be able to apply that hyper range damage from. But still, Frankenstein looking pretty darn good, ahead by 7. Make that 6 as Devon gets taken out. That's a pretty big pickup there for Danny, who has, yeah, as I said, not had the best of games so far. But there's 2 minutes left for Score Gaming to try and change their fortunes. Will they stand or will they fall? Will we see an incredible performance? Or will it be more of the same as Frankenstein and Fancy as a whole make their move in? Fancy doing fantastic stuff with the BSW. And the gap between the teams remains the same, if not grows larger, with every heavy tread of this Frankenstein's foot. Saad Zahid, how's it going? Hope you're having a good old time wherever you might be on the planet, as Zentic does pick up another kill for Score. Fighting up by inches, but I don't think Frankenstein are going to give them enough room to work with. Now behind by 5 for Score Gaming. It's not out of the question, but Frankenstein have done a pretty great job of securing this early going. I think Score Gaming are going to be forced to engage with Frankenstein if they want to get those elusive other 5 points. A full team wipe without any response is exactly what's needed. Danny gets one of those kills at least, but gets taken out in return. Zentic gets some revenge, but revenge is served, I think, best quickly rather than cold, because the time is ticking down. Score can't afford to let this run out, because they are behind by a significant margin. Rebel Buccaneer, nice to see you, nice to see you. And The Rock, welcome to the stream, I'm a big fan. Assassin picks up a couple there. Score have the potential to come back, but Bletch comes in from behind and steals away the hopes and dreams of Score, or do they? I think it's going to be too little too late unless we see 3 kills instantaneously, and those kills are not forthcoming. Frankenstein take game number 1 against Score. So let's get our first giveaway of the day going. So that will be on Twitch. So if you can toss in, and I will post this around the place, to the Twitch channel, hashtag RO16. If you want to join in on that one, let me just spam that around the place. So twitch.tv/modern-combat, hashtag RO16 if you want to be part of that particular one. Ramesh Magar over on Facebook. If you have any technical issues, please do get in touch with support.gameloft.com. You can see in the bottom right of this holding screen. So let's see about getting you guys that on-stream free-for-all that we missed out on before, because unfortunately, for the custom games at least, Soldier Girl's doing too good of a job. So we end up going from game to game without a moment to catch our breath. But let's see, if you guys can get in here quick, we'll see if we can fit in a break game before we come back. So we just need a couple of players, and then we'll kick this one off and let you guys run wild with it. Oh, The Rock, you also play Modern Combat 5? That's good stuff. Oh, Suki, you wanted to see the score? I'll make sure to leave that up for a little bit longer next time around. Ah, okay. Alright, well never mind all this, because, yes, it looks like Soldier Girl's already gotten us another match, so we'll jump in there as soon as we can. So Score will now have to fight for their survival against Frankenstein. Last game looked fairly definitive in the favour of Frankenstein. We'll see if there's anything else that Score can show us. Shikari Gaming, thank you for your entry over on the Twitch page. We will be drawing that one a little bit later on, but get your entries in while you can. Just like my good old pal Shikari over there. And then we'll be able to get things started before too much, or get that drawn before too much longer. So let me get these scores updated. So Frankenstein stand up 1-0. As soon as the players are ready, we will get started with our next ESL match. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll pick it all up in a second or two. Welcome back now, y'all. Bienvenidos a todos. How you guys doing? We are back into competition between Score Gaming and Frankenstein. A lot fiercer competition than we would have been expecting for this early on in the competition. We're only in our quarterfinals, but already Score Gaming being put to the test by the American Frankenstein. It is a creature constructed from different parts, I suspect, of different MC5 teams, and so far it has proven pretty efficacious. If that's the right way to say that word. So remember Devon from last time round. A little bit of a variable performance, but so far, let's get these swapped though, because these are not correct. Frankenstein looking pretty good, locking out Score Gaming so far with some nice pinpoint sniping. Arcade does get one back for Score Gaming, but given what's happened so far, I don't know if Score Gaming can afford to get into a sniping battle. We check in with the captain of Score Gaming, Senor Gibbs. Currently watching and waiting as Zentic, the noted sniper for Score Gaming, goes down to a counter snipe. It's not looking good for the Mexican squad, at least in these opening minutes. I think we need to see something change up for them. They want to stay out on top as Bouncy shrugs off that flurry of bullets, survives with just 10% health, but able to go back and seek shelter with the rest of the Frankensteins. Oh man. This is not looking good for our Android champions. Devon, so far, putting on an absolute clinic. 2/3 of the team's kills just on Devon's shoulders. Excellent, you are correct. Devon probably does need to be banned for being too OP, because right now they are just being gross as all heck. Will get caught out from the side, but manages to seek shelter, so that's one. There's a little class for any of you guys who are new to MC5. If you're standing near terrain, when you get shot at, you can always go hide behind it. Zentic does get a second kill in, and finally we start to see some points on the board for Score, who seem like they've been playing Frankenstein's game this entire match so far, and it's just not working for them at all. But even when they try and get up close and personal with the Frankenstein members, it's proving difficult to get those kills to stick. Zentic does at least get one off from long range, but man, this is a completely overmatched seeming Score Gaming squad. They're really going to need something else. We are actually seeing some untraded sniper kills coming through, which is surprising. Go attacks. One of the owners, I think the owner of Score Gaming, gets one back in as well. Okay, perhaps we are going to see a change of pace. But still, if you're Score Gaming, you've waited an awful long time to kind of find your mojo once again. Comitax does at least get another one in, so starting to see perhaps some kind of change of fortunes here. It's Fabian. Gets a couple of kills through before going down. Exxon, you're going to ask them to get you Invictus. So Bouncy, along with Devon, continues to be extremely strong. But I always feel like you can read the tea leaves, read the fortunes of Frankenstein in how much Devon is able to do, because that is some crazy numbers coming in a relatively low kill game. To have 9 on a given person, a little eye-watering. Fancy 5-1 is very good, but I mean, it's hard to take this away from Devon from being a crucial part of the Frankenstein offensive line. Score Gaming, they have been showing signs of life, but they need to show a lot more. They're running out of time. 10 kills behind, 2.5 minutes left to play. Brett Brennan, I can see. I can certainly understand why you would be upset right now. Brett Brennan's team getting knocked out due to a rule breakage earlier on with use of the Golden Bosk. Very unfortunate. I think a bit of a misunderstanding from a new player. But That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Right now though, Score Gaming falling even further behind. The pride of Mexico on the line here for Score Gaming, who we know are an extremely good team, but are being made to look pretty, well, pretty overmatched by Frankenstein up until this point. We know that Frankenstein is a team, like Score, we would expect to see go a long way, so the fact they're clashing this early on means we get a lot more competitive matches in our quarters than maybe we'd be used to. It's worth noting that Score Gaming did beat out the #1 seed ENZ Esports, getting to this quarterfinal, but it doesn't look like there's anything really changing here. The gap between the teams just keeps getting larger. Score Gaming, you can see the desperation starting to mount, and Frankenstein are just abusing that as Devin walks in, cleans up the team fight, makes it look easy, finds access to the backline of Score Gaming almost by accident there, and just keeps the pressure overwhelming. Kai, it's good to see you. At some point, I'm gonna do some tier 1 games so I can take part in them without being horribly overmatched. As the last few seconds tick away, Score Gaming, despite their best efforts, haven't been able to make an impact at all. And they will be knocked out in the quarters. There you go, our Android champions knocked out then and there. I'm honestly pretty surprised. Guys, you might play ESL 2% chance. Ah, interesting. Alright. Oh, actually, let's just pop back to the score screen. So we can see Devon with an absolutely insane score. Fancy with also very good, but it's not 21 kills good. So Frankenstein set themselves up in a pretty good stead for the rest of our competition today. Let's get you guys a break game to play while we're on break. Hopefully we'll have enough time. So ESL 1, 2, 3 if you want to come join in. Just getting the game set up now. Alrighty then. Okay, so I'll start chucking out those invites into the global chat. Vision, you know for a fact Devin is going to make a video of this. Well, if I was in his position, or their position, then I would as well. Hey, Summer MC5. I can't remember, you had a question before, but I didn't actually ever clock what it was. I don't know if it's still relevant, but if you do, then please just ask again. Oof. Oh, Kaiser, would definitely be nice to see you playing in this community game, for sure. When we get a chance, I'll definitely do one where I actually plan it myself. I'll make it tier 1, as I said before. Whew. I'll have to ask you guys this. I know people talk about VPNs all the time, but I'll have to admit my ignorance here. How does using a VPN actually help you? I would have thought a VPN would have made virtual private network would have made your connection slower, if anything. But I must be missing something. Alright, so I'll throw out one more invite and we'll get going, because this is just a break game, so I'm not going to try and get the lobby filled up or anything before we start. Otherwise we won't have any break. 2, be breaking them. Alright, so catch you guys on the other side, and enjoy our break and the break game along with it. well, we seem to have run out of players, so with that in mind, we haven't got an ESL match currently, so we'll see about that tier 1 game. Let's see. So with that in mind, yes, let's go for the streets. Tier 1 weapons, Tier 1 armors. That's right, if I'm gonna be rubbish, you're all gonna be rubbish too. So. ESL 1, 2, 3. Come and take me on if you think you're hard enough. In our next custom games. Sahan, are you OP? Well, I couldn't possibly say. Right, so come and witness the majesty of someone who's very bad at Monaco Combat 5, playing it on stream. Waha! So this one is, let's just make this a little bit clearer what's going on. So tier 1 weapons and armor in this particular custom game, so I know this will be a little bit harder because the guys probably don't have a tier 1 loadout already. But I'm prepared to wait. Forever, if need be. Ooh. That's not a bad idea. There's So yes, that's something I just realised would be probably a decent idea. Is we could always, I'm going to ask to see if perhaps GameLoft would consider putting a custom game rules on the screen, because there's a lot of empty space. I know the game settings are up here, but I don't know. So if we can get 2v2 going, then we'll get started with that. Aha! Alright. So, I'm still fully expecting to get totally spanked in this one, because while this may all be tier 1, I'm not good at the game. As a Steel Warrior HT, this is another community game, which is taking place right now. You will need to be equipped with tier 1 weapons and armor to be able to play, because I don't have anything unlocked on this account. So yeah, come and join in on stream with another community game. Much like the one before, but this one slightly weirder. And again, I would reiterate, I am not being modest here, I'm really terrible at this game. But we'll see what happens. I think some of my issue was just not very good teamwork. Let's see, so let's just make sure this is all ready and cleared up. Alright, so OP nav. We are in tier 1 territory. Oh, wasn't even needed there. Hey, kill someone! Well, at least I'm not getting one shot quite as quickly. Oh man, I couldn't aim at all. I think I need to throw up my sensitivity a little bit. Alright, let's get stuck back in. Yeah, I think it's a little bit better. Oh, whoops. So, okay, so I think I need to make sure I'm working with my team a little bit more, because I think if I go in by myself I just instantly die. But if I'm not getting shot at, I can sort of do okay. Whoops, well that was terrible. Supreme, Hibana Nav. trying to take my throne. Oop, that was a bad time to be throwing a grenade. I thought I was getting better at this game, but apparently not. Oh man, I got boxed. Hi, Hero Gaming NC5, nice to see you over on the Twitch page. Man, I had some real trouble with my aiming. What am I doing? Is it my sensitivity too low or too high? Or possibly just that my iPad is quite hot? I swear this was easier before. Alright, I think I need to just work with my team a little bit more. Rather than run around like a lunatic by myself. Oh, well that went about well. About as well as expected. Huh. Well, there we go. I thought I was doing well. Then turned out I was not. Alright, let's keep this going, Oh. Man, I was feeling really good about myself. I thought I'd actually gotten good at the game, but I think perhaps that was completely wrong. I say you get good at it. I thought I would make myself slightly less terrible, but we'll keep this going. I think this keeps the tier 1 restriction intact. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, we're gonna have some very unbalanced games very quickly. Yes, I might switch across. I know that the saber is pretty decent, but I might switch across the assault to give that a try. I think I'm starting to become more aware as I get smashed at the game a bit more how important positioning is. In terms of you can get some very easy kills if the other person just doesn't see you coming, whereas it can be incredibly hard to get kills if the other person is actively trying to stop you. Oh, I don't think I've actually got any loadouts apart from this one, so guess I am using. Alright. Let's mess them up, boys. Ah, we're winning. Well, I think I had the right idea. Oh boy.
Enemy drone spotted. Recon activated.
Oh man, I got nailed. Oh man, I almost got a different weapon. Enrique the player, you are correct. Oh man, I just lost to a person who was completely immobile. Apparently using iron sights is the way to go. I kind of feel like some of my problem is that I'm kind of not. They're not playing it very smart. Well, it lasted about a microsecond longer than expected. Oh gosh, my absolute favourite EMP. I don't even know who's on my side. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that. Yes, when they're far... Man, you guys are too good at this. I'm getting absolutely rinsed. Alright. Sounds like I'm gonna have to drop out. I thought I started getting better, apparently not the case. Oh well, it was worth a try. It's interesting that with tier 1 weapons, still the time to death, or time to kill as it's known, was still very, very short. Right, so back to a more regular encounter, ESL 1, 2, 3. We'll have this as a break game. So, let's make it a free-for-all on the canals. Right, so let's draw our Twitch winner. So Shikari Gaming, if you could post your dog tag and your platform if you are still around. So I haven't seen you post for a while, Shikari Gaming, so if you're not still here then we'll just have to draw with somebody else. But for the moment you will be our Twitch giveaway winner. So Shikari Gaming, if you could make yourself known on the old Twitch platform, we'll be moving on to Mob Crush for our second giveaway of the day. So, over on facebook.com/moderncombat, if you can, enter hashtag quarter into those Facebook comments, then we'll get you marked down for potential victory. I'll just update everything everywhere. Alright, let's see if we can find you a friend, AFG. Shikari Gaming. Shikari, could you post on Twitch just so I know that it's you? Because we have had people before using newly created accounts in order to take someone else's credit. So please post onto Twitch with the same account that you entered with, and then I'll get you noted down. I think it's very unlikely that's the case, but I've been burned before, let's put it that way. So I don't like to assume it's not the case. Alrighty, so again everything's set up in that respect. So it is currently the 5th of August 2018. Okay, that's enough to get started with, so this is going to be a non-commentated break game. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll be back on the other side of this game. Alright guys, welcome back to the stream. So we're just ending things out with Sahand having a pretty impressive 28 kills. Not quite enough to hit the 30 kill dead man switch. Semifinals Gamer Pro, thanks for dropping by the stream. And hope you will enjoy your opportunity to sleep, which of course is afforded to so few. Alright. So, with that in mind, yes, thank you Shikari Gaming. It's an extra step. I know it's a little annoying to have to go to the different platform to do it, but it's just a way to make sure no one else tries to take your hard-won prize. So let's see, what have we not done too much of? We haven't done too much conversion. So, let's get a team battle going on there. Alright. ESL 1, 2, 3. Come and join. Mobile easier for you. I know you, IDK. What is it easier for? Perchance. Alright, let's get a few more bodies in here. Oh. Sahand, OP and also the first through the door. Alright, we'll see if we can find a few more buddies to play. 2v2 I think is alright. I'll throw out one more invite then we'll get started. Shazam, alright. Let's begin. Oh. Madara Uchiha? Uchiha? How's it going? Sahand hacks! That's quite an accusation. Oh man, Madara. Keep it civil. Keep it civil. Let's see. Oh, we have got ourselves our next ESL game. So Frankenstein, after their victory over Score Nation, will now go up against another, against Score Gaming. Now we'll go up against YSP Nation. So we'll leave you guys to finish off this custom game, and of course, any of you can come and join in. But we need to drop out of this one and get into our next ESL match. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out what temperature it is in England at the moment because it feels really hot. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's not actually that hot, but it is super humid. And that's why everything feels really gross. England definitely not set up for weather like this because we don't have anything like air conditioning. Right, just jumping into lobby now. let's update these team names. Alright. Oh, hello. That looks like they may have started without us. So, we notice us spinning at the bottom of the screen. That's because we tried to get into spectate, but I believe they started it as soon as we got into lobby rather than once we got into spectate. So, let's just go out and confirm that's the case. This did happen in the previous. Oh wait, no, no, maybe? Let me just check. No, So I'm having a little trouble getting into the spectate slots, which I think is probably due. I might need to restart my game. Okay, that's what we'll have to do. Sorry about this, guys. I thought I'd be able to jump straight in. I still would be quite surprised if that game hasn't started, but we'll see. I've got my passkey heading back into things. Nicholas Adams, you have all the guns. Well, that's a good place to be into. Lemon Danky, I don't remember you saying so today, but please could you send me your dog tag and your platform? Oh man, that's a lot of sad faces. I feel very bad. But Lemon Danky, if you could drop your dog tag and your platform into the chat, then I'll get those passed across to Redu to have a look into. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to join this game. I still think it's probably started, and it's just not showing up properly. So, sorry about that. We'll see if we can maybe find a different game. Perhaps we can find another game, or if not, then we can always just have a custom. Let's see. Let's try to capture the flag. So with fast spawn off, I honestly don't know if there's maybe a better map for capture the flag than canals, but we'll give it a try. Alright, Lemon Danky, got your details. I have passed it through. So Lemon Danky, you've had yours passed through before. It sounds like you're saying that's a bummer. Well, I've literally just passed it through again now. I'm afraid that is all I can do. I can't actually send out credits myself, unfortunately, as much as it would be great if I could. But I can understand your frustration, Lemon Danky. I would certainly be frustrated in your circumstances. Right, let's see if we can get some folks in. Patricia Barron, salut. Let's see. Let's bring up the old Translatortron I don't think this is going to probably community game. I suspect is probably not going to translate properly.
Jeu communautaire.
Jeu communautaire. Maybe like a public game? Jeu public?
Jeu public.
Hey, man, I'm getting better at this language stuff. Hey Astro Boy, welcome to the stream. Always nice to see people dropping by, even if they're not necessarily current players. We've got a community game going on at the moment. Felon, I've learnt so many times that it is best not to join. Oshiloka 11 would win the giveaway. That would be an ironic outcome. In the extreme. Okay, so we're going to start this one off because we have got ourselves... Oh, hello. You guys all want to hang out together. Alright, I'm going to start this one up since everyone can't figure out what teams to go on. Because we have in fact got a... we have got the other semi-finals to attend to. So, Oh My God versus Coveted Records. It's a new one. So, Oh My God certainly have been around for a long time, but Coveted Records doesn't ring a bell. So we're going to jump into that one in a second. We have got the pass key. Looks like OMG are hosting this one. So because we are getting into the semi-finals, let's see about our Facebook winner. So I'm just going to jump out of this community game. So Abhishek Baduria will be our Facebook winner. So please do post your dog tag and your platform. Either one individually will not do, need to have both. And we will jump into that OMG game in just a few seconds. So yeah, sorry I couldn't show that capture the flag game. Twisty YouTube, where is Nightbot? I don't know. Abhishek, you are perhaps Shikari Gaming? In which case, congratulations on being a double winner. Yes, you are. Twisty YouTube, I'm gonna have to give you the old timeout, Aru, I'm afraid. Even if Nightbot isn't active, that's not an acceptable way to test if the Nightbot is working or not. So Twisty YouTube, perhaps think about what you're doing before you do it a little bit more. Right, so we'll be moving on to Mob Crush for our next giveaway, which will be mobcrush.com/modern-combat. Hashtag Semi over there if you want to join in on that one. I'm going to post the details across on to our Facebook page as well. Lemon Danky, I can certainly understand your frustration and not getting your giveaways in a timely fashion. I will keep going after Radu to make sure that does happen, and is aware that is a big problem for you guys, and I completely sympathise. But I absolutely agree you should be getting your giveaways a lot faster, especially if you've been waiting over a month. That seems like something's probably gone quite seriously wrong there. So again, I can only apologise as much as I'm able to, but either way around it, I have passed the details across, and I will keep poking Redu until he gets those done. So we'll be getting our first semi-finals started in a second. So Frankenstein versus YSP Nation going on the other side of the bracket. And this one will determine the other grand finalists today. So thank you guys for your entries over on the Mob Crush page. We will be drawing those at the end of the semi-finals, so get in it while you can. Alrighty, let's get things on the way. Our last giveaway of the day will of course be on the YouTube, so please do stay tuned all the way to the end if you are watching on the YouTubes. Whew! Oh man, it's so hot. So hot! Need to invest in one of those noiseless fans, I suspect. Alright, so OMG playing over on the blue this time. Coveted Records, who I think are still a little bit of an enigma to me. It looks like they are a Mexican squad. Don't recognise the players though. No, just seem to be members of this one team, so I don't know. Well, it's always nice to see new teams, especially teams where it seems like okay, with one of their members being an ANG member? ANG being... okay, I don't know. Well, either way around, it's certainly Coveted Records a new entity in Modern Combat 5 Esports as a group, at the very least. Shikari and Lemon Danky, I'm afraid there isn't that much more I can say at this point. I hope that I've explained things in a way that makes sense. I pass the details through to Redu and he gets those actioned with Game Loft directly. I'm afraid I don't know why your giveaways would be this far out of date. Certainly there have been multiple attempts to bring everything up to date. But again, I can only apologise and say that I'll do my best to try and make sure that it's taken care of. I know I've said that before, but that is all I can really do. I don't have any direct power over it myself, only the ability to hassle until things are taken care of. So Lemdanky, it's perfectly acceptable to post in every one of the giveaways. Honestly, I feel like more people should take advantage of that. I think Mob Crush has actually got a relatively large amount of entries right now, but usually it's Mob Crush and Twitch that have the lowest amount. Facebook tends to have a lot of comments, as does YouTube, but we'll see how it works out. So anyway, back to proceedings into perhaps more of a focus on this rather than giveaways. So pretty even so far, but Elvis getting a good amount of damage in before being taken out. I think Summer was actually in the chat before. Or it could have been someone else, but let's pop around the place and see if we can find what Elvis is doing. So Elvis 6-1 right now. Doing some very nice work for the OMG team before getting taken out in that last exchange. Cameron getting it torn up. Let's see, so is anyone scoring? No. Well, TRG for the side of the Records has got a decent amount of kills in there. Ashkara Gaming, I appreciate your support. Lemon Gaming, as I said, Lemon Danky rather. As I said, I've said kind of all I really can say about your giveaway. I won't be kind of sort of repeating myself any further, just because I know it would be a little distracting from the stream itself and from the games. But I hope that I've made things as clear as it can be, and that will be all I can say about that this evening. Coveted Heroes coming back with a nice string of kills there. ... P getting 3 or 4 in the row. But Elvis keeps those points pouring in. 25 to 25, pretty decent considering how far ahead OMG were looking for a while. 3 minutes and change left to play for OMG to try and find something here. Well, let's see what the breaking point ends up being as Veterans goes in, trades themselves across. A special gets one, and the Coveted Heroes drop a player. Not a good time to be doing that. So sometimes when you're ahead as a team, it can work out alright to have less players because there's less potential targets. But beyond that, not so much. As a special picks up TRG. Working from the shadows with the Cog V. Lemon Danky, I'm not angry, I'm just... I definitely feel your frustration. But there's only so many times I can kind of re-explain the same thing without it just becoming sort of me, a stream of me constantly re-explaining. I'm also quite tired, which means that I'm probably coming off as a little bit more short-tempered than I'm intending to. Anyway, as I said, I can't really address it any further without really just taking over the stream, so I'm not going to anymore. But I love you too, Lemon Danky. You haven't done anything wrong. And I'll do my best to help you. Whew. So, 2 minutes left on the clock. Oh my god. Gonna try and make the rush out. Elvis popping off there. Has got an absolutely insane record so far. Only being kept from taking that last kill for themselves. But it's putting a lot of pressure on Elvis. You can see how different it is. So both teams' best players I've got 14 kills, but it's not that Elvis has got 3 deaths compared to TRG and the other members of the Coveted Records team who have almost the same amount of deaths as they have kills. Oh, Lemon Dank. Alright, it's coming to the end of this first semi-final game. OMG, with a pretty substantial lead, do get blown up in that last fight. An opportunity perhaps opens up for Coveted Records to steal back this first semi-final game. Can they find the shots? We've got less than a minute coming. Less than a minute for these players to make the play stick. But Coveted Records are catching up. T-Mobile gets one. It's only going to take a single further kill for OMG to secure this first semi-final. Can they find it? Veteran spots the target but goes down. It's still not enough though, as Records kept too short. OMG take the first point. Alright guys, so let's get ourselves to our custom game for the intervening time. Whew. Madara, it's completely fine to not be a fan of the game, not everybody is, I mean that's why there are different games. I would ask you to be not be kind of rude about it. But I mean, it's completely fine to not like the game. I prefer, like, I think it's okay to say you don't think it's good. But yes, it does raise the question of there are other streams you can watch if you prefer other games. But yes, I would rather at least you would be pleasant to the people here while watching, even if you're not a fan of the game. Right, let's get some bodies in here for our break game. See if anyone is around. Madara, you are absolutely more than free to watch, but I would only ask you to be respectful while doing so. Like, as I said, it's completely okay to say you don't like the game. That's, you know, that's completely fine. Just just, you know, be nice about it. don't be kind of, you know, don't be swearing. This is a nice stream for nice people. 2-pack OP, nice to see you, and hey, The Rock, welcome back to the stream. So, this is just a kind of a break game, so we'll start it up with just minimal players, but you can still come and join in anytime that you like. For now though, we'll be headed to break. Hope you guys enjoy this game, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop. And what was the phrase? Oh, that's right. Volveremos in seguida. We'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. Our semi-final, our second semi-final game between OMG and Coveted Records beckons. Let's go to the construction site to see if we can build ourselves a snowman, because my gosh, it is humid here in England. Ah! I wish I was a penguin. I don't know if I'd be any cooler if I was a penguin, honestly. But at least I'd be a penguin. And who doesn't love them? Right, right. But yes, first couple of kills being traded backwards and forwards across the vast open spaces of the construction site. I don't even know what to call this player. P? P? Lemon Danky, if you want to see what my beautiful face looks like, you just look on my YouTube channel. I do face cams there all the time. I just tend not to do it on MC5 stuff just because it doesn't. I just look really tired a lot of the time. Madara Uchiha, yeah, well you can just look on the Modern Combat YouTube page if you want to see what Haxel looks like. He's done interviews on there. So yeah, it's not really a big secret by any means. Haxel's got some pretty sweet hair. Let me tell you, if you haven't seen it, you're missing out. So, Elvis will be one of the pillars of OMG's presumed success as they tear into Coveted Records. We do have a little bit of a fight coming back out. It's going to need to be something pretty freaking dramatic though. Madara Uchiha? Look at the speed of the sniper class. Interesting. I'll be looking out for that specifically. Four and a half minutes left to play. OMG getting close to doubling up on the Coveted Records score. Lemon Danky, thank you for your support. I do appreciate it. I'm going to start trying to do a some more MC5 streams. I haven't really done that yet on my YouTube, but I will do so. Ah, 4 minutes left to play. They were seeing a couple of kills sneaking through for Coveted Records, but it's not even remotely enough. I think this is going to be a very swift semi-finals. OMG certainly putting themselves in pretty good position. To ride on into our grand finals. Do make sure, guys, that you get your last Mob Crush entries in while you can. That's mobcrush.com/modern-combat and hashtag semi if you want to enter in, because this is the Mob Crush giveaway is basically going to be over in just a second. Veteran sliding in there to finish off that kill, and even when they're trading 2v1 against OMG with such a large lead, it honestly just doesn't make any kind of difference at all as far as the chances of winning goes. Madara Uchiha, again, this will be your final warning for even if these people you know quite well still being rude in the YouTube chat is going to get you timed out, because other people and myself don't particularly enjoy it. Alright, So OMG secure their place in the semi-finals. Let me just let Soldier go now. We are banging through things today. Right, so what's up, Lemon Danky? Right, so our Mob Crush winner is the MXG1 Star. MXG1 Star, please do post your dog tag and platform into the chat. And we will be moving on to YouTube for our final giveaway of the day. MG1 Star, you are also Lemon Danky. Well, congratulations. Right, so let's go for a free-for-all on the museum. And just make sure everything's alright in there. Alright. Lemon Danky, could you post... it's Magister. Really? How do you get Magister out of MXG? Well, Lemon Danky or Magister, could you post on Mob Crush your details? I think it's very unlikely that someone's going to be impersonating you, but I'd rather be 100% certain with each person rather than assuming otherwise. Right, so let's get us set up for our last giveaway of the day, which will be on YouTube, #finals. And we just wake up the old Nightbot and get it ready to receive. So keyword, #finals. So anti-spam will be in place for the YouTube giveaway, so if you enter more than 3 times, your entry will be discounted. So bear that in mind, guys. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about this, Sahan. It looks like our grand finals are ready already. So, without any further ado, we will jump into there. So sorry about that, guys. I know you guys did want to play on stream, but we have ESL business to attend to, and in a hurry. So, we have OMG, winners of the last game, going up against our good friendos in a Frankenstein, who earlier on in the stream knocked out Score Gaming. Whew. Okay, cool. Right. So, let me just get everything sorted out. There we go. So we just need our players to arrive and then we're good to go. So our last giveaway once more will be on the YouTubes. Lemon, I don't think putting your head in the fridge would really accomplish too much, but I can appreciate that you are very much looking forward to getting at your giveaway bits and pieces. I will put a note to reduce saying that yes, Lemon Danky, I did check the Mob Crush chat, so you're all good to go over there. And I have told Redu that you are contracting the feels about your missing credits. which will hopefully be enough to get that stepped up the priority list a little bit. Hey Lemon Danky, even if someone, it's okay for someone to say RIP game. If they're coming to watch the stream, then hey, welcome, Franco. Even if you're gonna make duck faces, I can't be mad at you if you're making duck faces. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the grand finals we've got coming up in just a few moments when our last Frankenstein player gets in. But Lemon Danky, you see, the way which I'd like for us to deal with stuff like that here is to, is to welcome people in. If someone comes along and says they hate Modern Combat 5, then it's, we just gotta show them that there is a better way. All about the love on the stream, rather than if you meet hate with hate, then you're just gonna end up with nobody liking each other. Instead, I would ask for you to be understanding. Lemon Tanky. Oh man. Such sad faces. Such sad faces when I ask only for happiness and joy. Alright guys, so whoops, excuse me, that was the wrong scene. Welcome to the grand finals. OMG versus Frankenstein. Frankenstein from the USA, OMG, an international squad. There we go, Lemon Danky. We're all about the love around here, and also the shooting people in the face, but only in video games. Outside of that, we're all going to be the best of friends. So, whether you be a long-time MC5 player and viewer, or new to the stream, and not an MC5 player like dear Franco, I hope you will enjoy this best of 5 grand final as the very best teams from the blue side of the iOS bracket go head to head. Frankenstein with a good turnaround there after OMG managed to find themselves some early strong footing. Do bear in mind, Lemon Danky, that multiple entries into the giveaway could end up with you getting disqualified. So just enter in once, that's all you need to do. And then it'll be fine. Frankenstein dominating the early going. Actually driving OMG out entirely, and I think some part of that is going to be down to the missing OMG player who did just reconnect back in. We'll see if the difference can be made up. Elvis, that's a little strange. I've never seen that before. I think that's a visual bug. Yes. There we go. So Frankenstein's still in the lead, but we're seeing OMG deploying the commander out to the field. Now, amongst the many ways you have to kind of work with the commander to get the most out of them, commander not very good at people just running directly at them and meleeing them. So I feel like the commander requires a lot of coordination to be used well. I suspect that it will be pretty strong under the right circumstances. Milkwater, hello! Welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before. We are currently in our grand finals. OMG versus Frankenstein. Frankenstein looking pretty strong so far, but it's not out of reach for OMG. Certainly not yet. I mean, it's best of 5. Anything can change. We are seeing a special breaking onto the assault class. You've always got to watch out for the rogue players from Frankenstein who will just rush up and knife you right in the gullet without even a thank you. Yeah, Shikari Gaming, I don't think I've seen that particular one before. Sniper with a commander shield, that's a completely new experience to me. Oh, yes, friend, I don't know how many new people we've got in here today, but as I say, one of the reasons why I try and encourage everybody to get along and be nice to each other is because, well, we're either MC5 players, there's loads of Modern Combat 5 YouTubers who drop by the stream. So this is a big kind of community hub. I want to do my best to make sure that everybody, as far as possible, is getting along with each other. Because, we've all got a lot more in common than we've got to. Milkwater, what class should you get next? Have you got Recon? Recon's pretty strong at the moment. I don't know if the Marauder's so good as of yet, but I'd imagine Yes, Morph is probably not the class you want to get right now if you want to play an ESL because its best weapon has been banned. I don't know if the Marauder is worth playing as of yet, but I suspect it will be, for sure. So, if you get it now, it gets you a chance to practice on it. It's not currently legal in ESL, but I'm sure it will be. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted by reading the chat. Frankenstein and OMG coming up to the last leg of this first game. 6 kills separate Frankenstein from a win, but OMG do pick up 3 kills in a row there. Let's check in with the special. Doing okay so far. We're going to need to see something pretty special in this last part of the game. Kills coming at a premium right now as Frankenstein rush in. With a numbers disadvantage, Frankenstein could be dangerous if OMG can keep their distance, or at least keep the pressure on in the correct amount. Frankenstein, though, will pick up that last kill to T-Mobile, making great use of those knife kills, and that's a first game secured. OMG definitely need to try and figure out how they deal with those knife rushes, otherwise it's not going to go well for them at all. Right, so let's check in with those stats. So Devon, yep, seems to be pretty much par for the course, performing out of their mind. Whew. Alright guys, so let's set up a break game for us while we wait for the grand finals to continue. I think Commander is pretty good right now. I feel like it's if you're playing solo queue, probably not Commander, because Commander is really very much a team choice. Whereas, let's do a duel tournament. That'll be fun. I don't know those for a while. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll do a duel tournament at the end because it's very likely we won't actually get to finish it if we start it now, because we've got very likely to have the ESL game come in any second. Or the next grand final ESL game, to be more specific. Right, but let's get this one started and see if we can get it in before we get moving on. Milkwater, the Marauder Sunny is pretty mobile. Oh, so Lemon Danky, you think Marauder needs prestige? Oh, fair enough. I'm just trying to build up the credits to get it myself. Oh, Milkwater, you decide to reinstall MT5. Oh, that's great news. It's always very gratifying to know that the stream has made some difference towards getting people back into the game. Aha! And, well, good thing nobody's made it here to the game as of yet, because we have, as predicted, been very swiftly provided with our next key for our grand finals. So we will be jumping into lobby in just a second, which does mean that, unfortunately, we will not be able to have our community game. Whatever happens, though, we will have a community game at the end of today's stream, so please do stay tuned for that. We'll have to see which team they go on, but for now, we'll keep tuned. Oh, it looks like OMG are swapping over, so hopefully that might change their fortunes as well. For now though, we'll take a little micro break till the teams are ready, and as soon as they are, we shall return. guys, welcome back. Our grand finals continues. The switchy-swapperoo of the teams is complete, with Frankenstein now playing out the blue side and OMG playing away in the red. Certainly Frankenstein looked pretty darn strong in game number 1 and are rewarded with that first game win. Best of 5. Do keep your entries coming in on YouTube. Hashtag finals if you want to join in. Shikari, Milkwater, Lemon Danky, Hero Gaming Simon, Drapor, and Beats all registered for that. Do remember, guys, don't enter in multiple times in the giveaway or Nightbot will then toss your entry away. So that's to stop the YouTube channel from getting flooded with comments, which makes it impossible for anyone to actually have a conversation. So just a single entry is all you need, and hello. Ooh, what happened there then? The players were there and then they left. I'm going to have a word with Soldier Girl about this because this is a very unusual situation. So, I don't know what happened there, but the game had started, we got some kills in, OMG had gotten some kills as well. I mean, they weren't doing very well, but I don't know what's happened there, so we'll have to wait for an update from Soldier Girl as she talks to the teams. So let me just get a custom game set up in the intervening time. Yes, Milkwater, the Sappers AAW and SLS3 is pretty similar. I don't know about the fire modes though, that's a good question. Right, let's go for a free-for-all in the museum. Let us begin. So, OMG, not quite sure what happened to them in the last game. We will, as soon as I find out, you will find out as well. But for now, let's just keep the good times rolling. Oh boy, you can invite up to 100 friends to your game. That seems like a lot. Whew. Man, it is still super humid here. Okay. I think maybe that might have... That's weird. Alright, well apparently they're gonna replay that, so that's not what I would have expected. But alright. Maybe the reason that OMG players were suffering there was because one of their players couldn't connect? Well, if the teams are happy to do it, then I guess I'm happy to do it as well. Alright, so back into the pre-game lobby. Hopefully all of our players will be in place momentarily. So, sorry about this, guys. Sounds like there's just a bit of a connection issue for one of the teams there. So we'll be back underway as soon as all the teams are ready. So please do stay frosty, because our grand finals is far from done. OMG versus Frankenstein Game 2, the rematch, coming up. Alright guys, welcome back to our grand finals. Frankenstein with 2 points in hand. Now, Rock up against OMG, who have to win this game on the museum or they will be going home with nothing, and Frankenstein will claim the €100 and the top place for themselves. Remember guys, these games are not just about a given week, they are about let me start over. Every game being played in these ESL weekly tournaments gets you an opportunity to get into the monthly finals. The better you do, the better your seeding will be, and the better your chances of making it through to the top 2 places, which will share their €500 prize pool between them. So €100 on the line for every team playing for the winning team every week. So high stakes stuff. And OMG, I think, fully aware of that. Look what you forgot to say hi in Russian. Well, there you go. So do remember, guys, only enter in once on YouTube because Nightbot will end up ignoring your entry if you enter in multiple times. Right, so to focus on the game itself, OMG with an early lead. Exactly what they need to be able to recover. But Murderer, making good on the promise of the name, manages to pick up one more for Frankenstein. An exchange of kills, long range fire, good shot there from veterans. A special providing backup to try and keep Frankenstein from overrunning the Egyptian statue room. I guess probably just. I'm trying to think of a good name for all these places. I might actually do a stream where we go around and look at the various places and just try and come up with names for them, because I've done that a bit with the museum, so that's why I've got names for some of the places, but I haven't got great names for all of them. So you can see the sarcophagus up there. The sarcophagus room is a pretty major landmark, but there's a lot of twists and turns to the museum, so it's kind of hard to have names for everywhere. Especially because some of them are quite similar to each other. As Devon will be talking to Devon a little bit between games. Apparently, is helping out Frankenstein with they're not necessarily the best English speakers, so Devon is giving them a little bit of a hand today, and is also performing extremely well, competitively speaking. Frankenstein with a pretty commanding lead. Milkwater, I would recommend getting the Bosk at the moment. It is very good, though I think it's about to get nerfed, so bear that in mind. If you spend a lot of time trying to get the Bosk, it may not be viable once the nerfing is done. Devon gets 3 through with a nice shot there, and dropping it down the payload. It's looking like it could be the end of the road here for OMG. Frankenstein only needs to go up from 43, sorry, up to 50. 6 kills separate OMG nowhere nearby. It's going to be a brief encounter. I have strong suspicions. Elvis does lock down 2 for OMG. Frankenstein so far ahead. Let's take a look and see. So it's basically going to be down to Devon almost single-handedly bringing Frankenstein up to a extremely high level in this competition. Will get cut down, so that's a big pickup for OMG. But Murder and Fancy both picking up massive extra kills there, at a position now where OMG can't afford to take any losses at all. They now teeter on the brink of annihilation. Less than 3 minutes left. Frankenstein only need 1, and Devon locks it down. That's a clean 3-0 final for Frankenstein. They will be our champions today. Congratulations to them. Extremely well done. Whew. Right, so with that in mind, congratulations to our champions Frankenstein. Let's draw ourselves a YouTube winner. Who we got? We have Miu. Meow. If you can post your dog tag and your platform, then we'll get you put in for that. Let me just note down everyone's details. So, as promised, we will have ourselves not only a Merry Little Christmas, but a last game of the day. So we're going to go for a tournament because it's usually pretty good fun. Hopefully we've got enough people to be able to fill up a tournament game, since we will need to get 8 in to be able to even start it. So it's probably a little ambitious for a last game of the evening where everyone's knocking off, but we'll give it a try. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. So, tournament, go. Alright. So, oops, whoops, forgot to put the passkey in. There we go. ESL 1, 2, 3. And that's all fine. So, our very last game of the day. ESL 1, 2, 3 on iOS. It's a showdown tournament. So, showdown is the name of the map. Duel is the name of the mode. This is a special exclusive mode for this map in which we get to play a micro tournament. So, 8 players enter, only one will become our best of stream. Milkwater, hope you can come and join us for this last one. Let's see, did Miyu? Ah, there we go, Miyu, you responded. Excellent. So we have all of our winners locked in for today. Let's see if we can find 8 willing participants to take part in this showdown tournament. Whew. Yes, hope you guys have enjoyed today's proceedings. We will be back in approximately 13 hours time with our last iOS tournament of the weekend. Oh. Hey Fallon, how's it going? Yusuf Braga? No, it's all iOS today. So Fallon, welcome. Let's see if we can get 8 people in. Yes, congratulations to Miyu, and of course to our champions, and of course our wonderful admin Soldier Girl, who has been working behind the scenes to bring us a very, very quick cup for today. Hey, Diarrhea Panic! Oh boy, that's quite a name. Well, I hope the aimbot isn't working. Diarrhea Panic? So we got 4 people. Let's see if we can keep harassing around the place. I'm not sure if this actually does anything to invite everybody a second time. Oh, I think we might have a few more. Sneaking up, sneaking up. Hero Gaming Summon, any of you guys still in the stream, please do come and join us. We need to get up to 8 before we can even start this, so again, this wasn't the best of ideas. But hey, what is life if not to be ambitious? I see what you mean, Dario Panic. Well, my understanding at least is that Gameloft have been working on anti-cheat measures in recent times. I don't know if that particular one you're talking about has been addressed, but I guess, well, if you try for yourself, you can see, I suppose. I know, let's say, specifically there are some anti-cheat measures being worked on at the moment, which are quite drastic anti-cheat measures. So I'm hoping that the game will start being better for kind of everybody. I think that will also help things move forward as far as the okay, tell you what, we're just gonna do a free-for-all instead because this is taking forever. Tell you what, let's go onto the abandoned site for a 2v2 duel. Hero Gaming Simon, you don't play anymore. Well, I am deeply honoured, Hero Gaming Simon, that you would still come by the streams even if you're not an active player anymore. That is quite a compliment. I think probably Diarrhea Panic, they will make a bigger deal of it once the, once these anti-cheat measures are completed. I suspect they will make a very big deal of it at that point. The thing is, I don't even know that very much about it at the moment, but I know it's being worked on. So you're right, Diarrhea Panic. People do need to be made aware of it, but it's still quite early days. So we're gonna go for a 4-player 2v2 abandoned site duel. We've had 5 players before, so it's not ideal, but. The Diarrhea Panic, I'm glad you liked the game. I definitely would recommend giving it another try. Certainly in the ESL competition, we've had a lot of stuff changed around to make it more palatable. VJ, welcome back. Alright, so we can start. Let's see if we can. I think we are going to get the same players back again, so hopefully we'll be able to get filled up here. So just one more. I would join in myself, but I would literally just be completely useless. So let's see. There we go. Alright, who's it going to be? Let's get started. So, guys, I hope you have enjoyed tonight's stream, wherever you might happen to be on the planet. It is currently coming up on 3 o'clock in the morning here, so I will definitely not miss the opportunity to get to sleep as soon as I can, but hey, I want to give you guys one last chance to show off in front of all the other folks on the stream before we all run off to bed, or whatever it is you might happen to have to do on today. It's always kind of strange. Well, Diarrhea Panic, I don't know specifically. I'm not too familiar with the kind of things that people were doing. But I mean, as far as I can tell, it seems to be better at least. First kills get traded across. That's what we like to see. I think VJ. Okay, no, I thought VJ was actually AFK. Yes, Diarrhea Panic. I give it another try. You never know. Or you could just be like Hero Gaming Simon over on YouTube, and if you enjoy watching these community streams, then that's completely fine too. Alright, first point goes across to the red side of the tracks. Let's see, so we have been going for, yes, we're just going for 3 hours, that makes sense, because I started at midnight my time. And it is currently nearly 3. VJ gonna go for the flanker round. Not able to hit the shots with the BSW. There we go. Fallon goes down, and that's a very clean red team pincer movement there. Nicely done. Let's see what the response is going to be from the Blues. So, Barman does get that first kill off. Now going to rush in with the BSW. But where is the red team member? We can see, but I think Barman is actually probably going to use the evil eye to be able to tell. And very satisfyingly sneaks up and takes the blue team's first kill. Hero Gaming Simon, you need to take a break. Oh, that's more than understandable, Hero Gaming Simon. You are the only one who knows what, how you're feeling and whether or not you're enjoying it on a given time. I think it's much better to take breaks from games and then come back and enjoy them than it is to, to keep playing if you're not feeling it. Or if indeed it's affecting your health in any fashion, then I would definitely recommend. I'd much rather have you guys around for the long term to play MC5 than to encourage people to do things which they're either not enjoying or is in any way bad for them. Yeah, we're in it for the long haul, guys. Fallon, picks up another kill, and hey, this is actually a pretty decent duel. We've got the very back and forth here with the teams both getting 2 points. Blue team looked a little overwhelmed to start with, but they've started really picking things up. Lemon Tanky, you're gonna get in on the old loving here, the old good times. Lemon Tanky, you're not dead. Well, that is good news. I'm glad to hear it. Red team gonna rush up, gonna try and overwhelm with superior firepower. Barman taken down. Now it's 1v2. It's gonna go straight into the red team. Gonna charge past, and then past again. Gonna have to try and work this. Does actually get one kill, but can't land the second. That was an interesting back and forth. Yes, Hero Gaming Simon. I kind of feel like that's kind of true for anything. That if you just keep doing the same stuff over and over, it will get boring. I would definitely recommend, you know, people to mix up what they're doing. Whatever, you know, whatever keeps you guys enjoying stuff. Because ultimately, it's supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, then definitely, you know, change something. Whew. Man, I needed to go and open a window a long time ago, I strongly suspect. BJ's teammate getting taken out there as our duel continues to wind its way towards what seems to be a fairly satisfying conclusion here. Blue team take point number 4, and they are looking pretty darn strong here. So Barman and Falcon, both with sort of average scores. Everyone's about the same. This is pretty good. BJ gonna hop up on the side, gonna try and get a nice little sniping point. Daggy, thank you for looking out for Miyu, our last winner of the day. I think it was the last winner. Yeah, on the YouTube. That's correct. 4 apiece. Hey, it doesn't get closer than this. So we've gone all the way up to this best of 9's final point. The best of 9 is merely first to 5. Blue team lose out a member, but Fallon gets able to get one back. The rush comes in, and there we go. The red team have done it. Congratulations to our winners. BJ and God run it. It's a shame you can't set a team name here. Yes, Hero Gaming Simon. I think, you know, obviously, I would be. I think it's crazy to not expect people to play a variety of games. If anything, I think it would just help encourage MC5 to have more longevity for everybody. So I very much encourage you guys to have a good range of different kinds of games you play. For now, though, that's going to be all for us. So, I've been Peter Counterfeit Hunnell. It has been my honour and privilege to be able to bring you tonight's performance. Again, congratulations to our champions Frankenstein. They will take home €100 and the title of Champions of the Blue August Cup #1. Please do follow Modern Combat on Twitch, Facebook, and on the YouTubes. On the Twitter as well. So just Modern Combat everywhere you look. But for now, we will bid you adieu. We will return in 13 hours, and I'll hopefully will have Haxel with me at that point. So we'll look forward to that, and we'll see you guys on the Flippity Flop. What's the Chat Terminal? It's over. But we'll see you guys again soon. Toodle pip.